Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominions 4, the Thrones of Ascension. We are Ulm, and we are forging ahead. And here we have brave Tord, who is chasing his destiny, that being Alsvin, the Great Worm, in Kopos. He has resurfaced to fight us once more. And then, of course, we have the armies of Ion and Bog Glider, who are also going to take place and hopefully bring him down once Tord is able to injure him. Now, remember, Alsvin regenerates, so if he's able to flee to the sea, Tord's sacrifice will be for nothing. So hopefully things will work out for us. But in the meantime, let's read some messages. It is fall in the year 5 of the Ascension Wars. And we basically summoned a whole bunch of earth creatures. We have scorpion beasts. I think they're a fire creature, actually. Nidoros has cast King of Elemental Earth because Nidoros is, at the moment, our greatest human earth mage, although the creature that he summoned now surpasses him. We have hill giants, and Lobo has summoned a Naiad. A Naiad is a very strong water and nature mage, with her main decline being the fact that she can never leave the province in which she was summoned. I mean, she can, theoretically, but she would lose hit points and eventually die. So you kind of have to keep your Naiads close. But your enemies closer. But regardless, so she's a very powerful water and nature mage. Then we have some ogres. Rin found a bile marsh in Sulfuria. It's interesting that the forces of Black Ulm did not look for that. And we had some more Bloods volunteers located in Oiperi. And there was a battle in Kepes. We are attacking Pelagia. And we are well arrayed. Who is this army? Who leads this pack of malfeasance? Let's see. I honestly have forgotten. Ah, yes. Lord Lucius. He of the 3 natural earth, but he has not been given any items, unfortunately. And along with him, we have... Come on. I know there's somebody here besides Lord Lucius. None of you guys are a commander? Ah, here we are. Nathan, the commander of Ulm, with a bow of war and an eye of aiming. And also, over here all by himself, King T. William, the Master Smith, who also has a natural 3 earth. Or maybe not. Maybe they both actually summoned earth power. But, bracers of protection. Alright. Some of our archers are getting a little ahead of themselves here. Wow. We did not even actually need to fight the enemy. Well, we do have a merman, I believe. Are you a merman? No, you're a turtle chief. Nice. He's a hero on the half shell. And he's dead. Did we lose anything? We did. We lost an archer. But it belongs to us. Black Ulm. People are starting to worship false pretenders in the secrecy of their home. Actually, they've been doing that for quite a while. It's just recently come to our attention. Western Plains, luck +1, good omens. And Platinum Black, the Master Smith, one of the great heroes of Ulm. One of our first 2 fire smiths. One of the ones who searched for many of the magical sites we now use to fuel our expansion. Has died from a disease. May steel rest his soul. Alright, so let's pan back here. We got a lot going on, and we're going to introduce you to some folks. First of all, welcome to Sir John Loom. Actually, I think I've already introduced you to Sir John Loom. He was introduced in the previous episode. So instead, let me introduce you to Heinrich Ironfist, the priest smith. In addition to him, we have Jackson Hitchcock, the master smith who has an heir random. And if this is taking longer, it's because we have so many damn people now, it's hard for me to keep track. In Umbro, we have no one new. In Og Woods, we have... Who do we have in Og Woods? Itachi. We have Itachi, the Naiad, who I've already given tons of stuff. I've given her the Robe of the Sea, the Water Bracelet, the Thistle Mace, and the Water Lens, which gives you a water range ritual bonus of 1. Though I may take that away and give her one of those bracelets, Moonvine bracelets, to give her another. So she'll have 5 nature and 5 water. You need 6 nature to cast a global spell that I really want to cast called Gift of Health. And I think that's everyone here. In Gold Mountain, there's Zeus, our king of elemental earth. He has 5 earth. He's also regenerates and a poor amphibian. I'm moving Zeus to Omur to build a temple, to build a laboratory, which he then will use to equip himself with items. In the Iron Range, Granny is now patrolling. I gave Granny an Eye of Aiming and a Bow of War. And there's one more person that I have not... Where are ya? I don't think I put anybody here. Ah, yes. Kraken Shark and Oe Perry, who is going to be leading troops out very soon. And that's everyone that we have recruited so far. So what's happening? In Og Woods, the new planet is fully itemed up. This might not be the best layout of items. I could probably find something better than the Dancing Shield, but it does block 50% of all attacks. In addition to the Awe Shield, will really keep Iron Planet alive for a long time. The Boots of Quickness combined with the Firebrand means that the new planet will get 2 attacks each round, and those attacks will do area of effect damage. So that's really cool. And finally, the Horror Helm causes fear, so that he won't have to necessarily kill all the enemies for them to rout. The Chief Smith is flying down to Impassable Mountains in order to claim that throne. Arcade Knight and team is moving up. Over here in Amphalia, we have Alchemia, and he has a setup. Well, we're also moving a bunch of smiths in, but that's going to be our Western Guard. We're going to have Rhaegrim, Blutig Draken, Lucius von Salmark, Malarauco, Akzak, Kane Blackstone, and Alchemia. Alchemia is leading Black Plate Infantry in the front, holding and attacking. In the rear, we have Leogryphs. Kane is going to be Sermon of Couraging everyone. Akzak is going to be Iron Blizzarding. Malarauco is going to be Blade Winding. And Lucius von Salmark has a Bloodstone, and as a result will be casting Maws of the Earth. Rhaegrim Blutig Draken also has a Bloodstone, and will be casting Marble Warriors to make our... Well, he's kind of placed next to the Leogryphs and close enough to our soldiers that I'm not sure. He may choose to make our soldiers stone-skinned, although it would actually be a lot more helpful, I think, if he managed to target the Leogryphs. I couldn't put him just right next to the Leogryphs because they're undisciplined, which means they'll just take off. So unless it's the first spell he casts, which it will not be, they'll run away from him. So I have to put him slightly ahead of them. But that's Amphalia, and that's going to be our Western Guard. And Praetorian Panda is moving here, just in case we needed some extra help here. Doesn't look like we will, though. We took Capes, as you saw, without very much difficulty. It comes with an enchanted tomb and a monolith, so it looks like somebody's been searching here. And it also comes with a laboratory. I'm not sure why Pelagia decided to build a lab, but they did. This province would be nice to have, but there's Darkvines and Bloodhinged Druids, so that might be something that Praetorian Panda could take, but we are going to make a play for the throne. They have 90 heavy infantry, militias, archers, and light infantries, so unless there's a secret here that they're not telling us, this force should be Lord Lucius, Nathan, and King T. William should be more than enough to take them out. Another potential target for Praetorian Panda is the Chiliad Caverns, which is currently also being held by Pelagia and comes with 30 troglodytes. It'd be nice if we could take the Rim Mountains, in which case Nazca would only be able to attack us through here, but I do not wish to start a conflict for no reason. Nazca can't really do much from Rim Mountains anyways. Even if they took Chiliad Caverns or Capes, they would still have to get through Iron Range. So, you know, it'll work. Daggerill's searching. In Black Ulm, we have Havel the Rock patrolling, but as soon as he has a few more troops to his name, we are going to move him out, actually, and then we'll have Dimitri the Forger of Despair patrolling, or we could give Dimitri, since he is legendary endurance, we can give him... We should probably give him an Eye of Aiming, actually, one of these days, too. In fact, are all of my airsmiths... I'm not having my Astral Smiths forge anything, because our Astral collection's relatively low, and I want Crazy Man to make more of those shields when he gets a chance, when we have enough. But I am forging more Bloodstones, and there's Moonwatcher. He is not forging anything, so let's get that Eye of Aiming, please. And Milkster, the same. Alright. Azea Braxi also has an air random, as does our new friend, well, Langiara does as well, but we also have... Where are you? I thought we had someone with an air random. Someone, somewhere, somehow. Well, regardless, I am taking up too much time on this. So, let's go ahead and end the turn. You know, I apologize that these episodes are becoming more and more sparse. They take a long time now. We're at the point in the game where it takes me a long time to prepare for an episode. In fact, preparing for this episode took about an hour of playing through, and I didn't even do everything. As you can see, I forgot to forge air items. So, it's just taking a long time to set up, and I apologize for that, but I will try to keep the upload schedule regular. We did not find any magic sites. We have 8 more blood slaves. We're not doing very well in terms of that. And Bright Woods, Battle for the Throne. Let's see how we do. King T. William, Lord Lucius, and Nathan. And we knew there'd be something here. They have some wizards who have water gems, and he's wearing black steel plate, which is the dumbest thing a wizard could possibly do. He's already almost fatigued out. We have another wizard. This time, he is a big fan of America and has a bunch of red, white, and blue gems. Although I suppose he could also be a friend of France. It depends on whether he retreats. If he retreats, then he's a friend of France. And then we have Theon, the wizard, not to be confused with Theon Greyjoy, and he just has a ton of red gems. He's sympathetic, I suppose, to the Chinese. And then we have Spicado, who has purple and blue. And he's earth elementaling, or fire elementaling all over the place. That's what he's doing. Well, this is going to be interesting. I mean, we have a lot of archers, I guess, and they don't have a lot of troops that can block arrows. But that's not going to protect us from ice elementals and fire elementals and falling frost. But those wizards are going to fatigue out relatively soon. And now we're starting the magma eruptions. Okay. There are a lot of fire elementals, though. And we have not gotten lucky and killed one wizard with an arrow. I guess that black steel plate is keeping him alive. Those elementals are doing a number on us. Do they cause fear? They do not. I thought we had... Oh, please tell me we're not running. And it looks like we are, unfortunately. Someone's still in the game, though. I guess our archers. Wow, our archers are bravely fighting off the fire elementals when our heavily armed Ulmish troops are not. And unfortunately, the armies of Ulm are routed. Even our flanking force. Well, you got to give it to the AI. That was a very good use of magic gems, and they're routing. That was weird. So they routed. I think that means they're dead. I think that means that they're down to one wizard. Well, regardless. We did okay, actually. The majority of our troops survived. We still have 130 of them. We didn't lose a commander. And we took out 2 of their commanders out of 3, 3 of their wizards out of 4, and all but their heavy infantry. So I'd say, despite losing that battle, oof, bad harvest, we won that battle, in a manner of speaking. All right, new people. Gundamar, you are going to be Richard, Igor, Mortis. Welcome to the team. Okay, in Oiperi, we did not, I believe, recruit anyone this turn. Nor in Umbro. In the Royal Forest, I know we did. Or perhaps we didn't. And it was Jackson Hitchcock. That's the air random that I was talking about earlier. No, I guess we didn't recruit anybody. Huh. In Og Woods. We didn't recruit anybody either. Wow. We're saving money, I guess, but we're not really recruiting very many commanders. Iron Range? Really? So the only new hero we have to report is Richard Eager Mortis? Oh, Fortress is up in Gold Mountains. Look at that. Sexy. Let's construct that lab. Thank you, Zeus. Alright, we have Anko here, and he's supposed to basically suss out these provinces so they could be raided by the new planet. He's going to check and just make sure. So there's nobody here but province defense. I don't want to move him into... Well, I mean, I'm risking his life here, but he is an incredibly good scout. It looks like Riley thinks that we're not going to do anything. So we can make a quick push for that throne. Of course, we need someone to claim it. Speaking of claiming thrones, we're going to have Chief Smith do that so he can get the hell out of here. Well, actually, I'll have him search after we claim it, and then he'll get back to Ogwoods to start forging more necessary items. Arcade Knight and team. I guess we'll go to Ogwoods just for the day. just to say hello to everybody, but we're going to eventually move up north. And we're going to attack this throne one more time. This time we'll be ready for them. Fire, none. And double line. Actually, I probably gave those to somebody else, huh? Lord Lucius. That's weird. Okay. Alright, 47 units. That'll have to be enough. We'll just have them box up. Hold and attack. Closest. They have 1 morale from Nathan. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. There's some more. That should be plenty. We've really weakened them quite a bit. So we're going to try that one again. What else is new? Black Ulm. Oh boy, this Black Ulm is just a mess. It's full of people. I hate it when you have so many commanders in a province that you start having to click the arrows to see them all. That causes me great pain. Yeah, these are all heroes. Umbro. Yep, Umbro's not recruiting anything. Royal Forest is recruiting. Alright, so somebody here is new. Is it Rathari? Probably Rathari, I guess. That's the only one I don't think is a name of one of our heroes. One thing about the names that they come with is they never go further than the area assigned to them. So you can tell, I mean, obviously we know Bjorn von Stick's one of ours, but you can also just tell on a glance because it would never go off the thing. But okay, I think it's Rathari. So we're gonna welcome a node to the team. And if it turns out Ruthari is one of ours, I'll change somebody's name to him later, but looks all right to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I'll play out the next 2 turns, and then we'll be back for the next episode where we're going to see, are we going to take this throne? Are we going to capture this throne? Are we going to begin an assault against R'lyeh, or are we going to wait for Arcade Knight to arrive with his troops? We also have to get people away from Black Ulm. We have to do more site searching, and we are going to try, although we can't do much until Chiefsmith is ready to go, but we're going to try to get Itachi to cast Gift of Health, although he's going to have to make her a Moonvine Bracelet. And then I think she's going to have to forge herself a Tree Lord's Staff, if she's able to do that. Oh, just so you quickly get an idea of what I'm doing with my Black Lords, I'm giving them all Armor of Knights and Girdles of Might. My attempt, what I was trying to do for you all, is to show you how to cheaply put together mini-thugs with Ulm. Now, Black Lords are not the best thug chassis, primarily because they are human, and as a result they have low hit points. But they are recruitable anywhere. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to put together some items to make them more effective that were 1 gem each. Because when you factor a Master Smith with a Hammer of Dwarves, Dwarven Hammer, they can forge any 5 gem item for only 1 gem. The problem with that magical theory of mine was that there just aren't any good shields or weapons, honestly, that only are 5 gems. I mean, there's a bunch of choices, especially for weapons, but I'm just sacrificing them if I'm sending them in a battle with like a Sword of Sharpness or something like that. So let's see, let's find somebody here. Emnil. Right, so we have a Fire Sword, which just gives him a bit of an attack bonus. It's alright, I guess. You have the Sword of Sharpness, which is armor piercing. You have the Axe of Sharpness, which is also armor piercing. You have the Main Gauche of Parrying, which is a cool thing because it gives you improved defense, but I like to give it to mages occasionally. It's as a weapon, it's not very useful. And the Smasher costs 10, so that's already out of our league. Scepter of Authority is not going to do any good for them. Star of Heroes is 10, right? So then you get here, you have a Fire Bola. That'll cost 1 fire gem, but it's more like a ranged weapon. Not really good for a thug. So really, the only thing you've got are Firebrands. And they cost, unfortunately, 6 gems. 3 fire, 3 earth. So these aren't going to be the cheapest thugs you've ever seen with your life, but they will be cheaper than usual because we are using Ulm. And we're not going to completely cover them in bling, like, for example, I did with the new planet. That would be, many multiplayer people would have aneurysms seeing me put that much items on a basic limited thug unit like a Black Lord. And the one difference between the Black Lords and the late Ulm version of them, the Hawkmeisters that I also thugged out in my previous series, is the Hawkmeisters were sacred. So if you had a relatively decent plus, you can give them some benefits that way. But these guys are not. So really all you can give them are items. So we'll see how they play out. And what I'm planning on doing is once they are all acquitted, I want to array them in teams of like 6. And they're each going to have 2 Black Knights with them. The rationale behind that is there's a certain morale check where if you have less than 3 units in a unit, less than 3 soldiers in a unit, there's a morale check every turn. Whereas if you have 3, you're fine, which is the reason why you want to give 2 bodyguards, or it might even be 3. I'll have to look that up, but I think it's 2 to each of them. So once again, I'm Marcus Aurelius. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. We are, of course, Ulm, and we will continue to forge ahead. Have a good one.